Want the secret to unlocking your online business potential? It's not a strategy, it's not a plan, it's just this. Claim your online space. I bought the domain, grabbed all the socials, didn't even brand it yet. But once I did that, I had peace of mind knowing it was mine, not just an idea anymore. Something real I could come back to. Because have you ever had a concept or an idea that just keeps tugging at you? Well, I did. I had this idea for an online space. And who am I? I'm Tracy, and this channel is all about helping you get inspired to start an online business and use YouTube to grow it. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. I did a little digging, some research, about 30 minutes of my time, and decided it was definitely worth me moving forward. I searched on Google, asked ChatGPT, and checked to see if the idea was already being done, and more importantly to me, if it felt like something that still had space to grow. And yes, it did. So I started brainstorming names, typed a few into ChatGPT, checked if the domain names were available to use for a website. Now I know some people will tell you that you don't need a website, but I always start there because it is the one thing that I own on the internet. And once I landed on one that felt right, I just went for it. I bought the .com, cost me about $20, and then I grabbed all the major socials, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter X, Facebook group. Am I missing anything? Took maybe 30 minutes total. It wasn't some big strategic move, just a quick decision to lock it in. If I decided not to move forward, that the potential wasn't there, big deal. It cost me $20 and half hour of my time. But I really do think it has online potential. And at least I gave the idea a shot. Now, the domain was midlifecreators.com, and the idea is to create an online space where people in middle or midlife, and yes, I know I'm beyond midlife, can come together, help each other out, and I think even more is just cheer each other on. But my point to you is it took me around an hour to go from idea to having the foundation of my online business potential locked in. And granted, I did have this idea rolling around for some time, but didn't do anything about it. But it's locked in. Now, maybe that sounds a little too simple. Like, how can something so quick actually be the start of something real? But I'm going to tell you, our agency in the past was hired by companies that built apps. And I was brought in as the project manager. And this is how we always approached every project. Start with an MVP, a minimum viable product, just enough to test the idea, get real feedback, and figure out which features to build next based on the feedback. Back then, the first version could take months to launch and even longer to know if we were heading in the right direction. But now, you can reach a global market instantly. You can get feedback in real time. You'll know in days or even hours whether people are resonating with your idea. We can never do this in the past, but now the world is at your fingertips. Literally. Oh, it just excites me. Now, for me, seeing all those blank accounts, social profiles just sitting there with no profile photo, no branding, no bio, a domain, but no website with even a basic landing page, that goes against every fiber of my being. It's not the way I roll. I love the branding. I love figuring out how something should look, sound, and feel. That's the fun part for me. Well, it's all fun for me. But making it all come to life. And normally I'd be tweaking the colors, writing taglines the same day I put it all together. But right now life's pretty full. And I knew I didn't want to force it just to say it was done. So yeah, they're kind of sitting there a little naked right now. And it just bugs me. But I also trust that when I do sit down to work on the next phase, which is branding and positioning, it will come together fast because the idea is already very clear. Sometimes getting it started is the real win. So why am I telling you all this? Because if you've got an idea, whether it's half-baked or something you've been sitting on for months, you don't need a full plan to start. Do a little research. See if the concept has legs. Then go claim your online space, buy the domain, grab the socials, make it real. That alone usually triggers the next step. You start thinking differently, you get nudged into action, and suddenly the thing you've been thinking about becomes something you're building. And just to prove my point, let's see how quickly I come back and brand this, build a simple offer, and start sharing it. Do you need some ideas to get going? Check out my next video where I give you some. And thanks for watching. And here's to you.